What is going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of No Sweat Bets. This is going to be the NBA portion of the show. I am JD from Line Movers. I got my main man Joe here with me from Lay Off the Juice. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing real good, man. Up an extra 3.5 units from yesterday. So feeling good. Got a couple bangers. Ready to lock in.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Uh, yeah, man. It feels good. I had a as it's like as far as my best bet match last night, the actual over in that game. It was nice to win that one, man. It was nice to hit a sweat free one. And it was
Yeah,
sweat free. I mean, from the very start.
it was. It was like a 70 something point first quarter.
Yeah,
What was it? Like
yeah.
something insane.
So it was definitely nice to get that one. But guys, today we're here to break down Timberwolves at the Thunder. Thunder leading this series 3-1 now. Now back at home, Thunder are laying 8.5 points, total of 220 and a half. Um, it was good to see the last game of the series. It was actually a good game. It was actually a close game. It was a very high scoring game. But as far as the first three games of the series, they kind of sucked. um,
Yeah.
so it was actually good to to actually see a good game. Um, but here, I'm going to be really, really quick here. I honestly don't have a lot on this game besides the fact that, the Wolves last game, they gave it everything and they were right there. It was so close. And the Thunder still just took that game, though. And now they're down 3-1. Thunder are back home. To me, this just feels like a closeout game. I cannot see the Timberwolves winning this game, and I mean the line clearly tells you that. I mean the Thunder are laying 8.5 points here. Um, so I mean actually, like, as far as the books are clearly telling you that also here. Um, you know, Besides that, I would definitely still lean to some sort of either a Thunder team total over in some way, or either the full game over here. Um, but what I'm going to be doing is actually, like, as far as a parlay piece, I am actually going to be using the Thunder here. And then when we get to best bets, I actually will tell you my other piece. But Joe, what are you thinking here, man?
This 8.5 is just pure disrespect to the T Wolves. Um, Granted, the T Wolves did not cover the spread in the first two games. But I still think 8.5 is way too many. The T Wolves usually don't, I don't know, travel that well. Um, and the Thunder do. Like the Thunder is 32 and 8 far as on the road. They do have one of the best records in the NBA for a reason. When I broke down this game and I really got into how the hell did the T Wolves lose, when I was looking at the game and I was watching it with my own eyes, I'm like, my lord, every time the Thunder tried to pull away, here they go. Like three here, three there, layup, rebound. Like, I'm like, how are they lose? Like, you could see the effort that Minnesota was giving.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
they weren't coming out there, lollygagging.
nope,
They actually tried, and I think they gave it all that they had. Had they
everything.
done that since game one, this would have actually been a series.
Yep.
But games one and two, they came out like, I really felt like they came out exhausted, or I don't know, overconfident, buying into the hype of Anthony Edwards collecting all the heads on his little Thor trophy or whatever.
Yeah.
But dude, they did not come out in games one and two. Had they played this last game, had they played the whole series like that, we'd be sitting here saying this is definitely a 7-game series, right? But they
Right.
didn't. Their backs against the wall. This is an elimination game. Most elimination games tend to go over, so that's the trail that I'm gonna ride. I don't want to touch that 8.5 because OKC does have the most double-digit wins in the season, right? I know you're saying postseason versus regular season doesn't matter, but it does because I've seen OKC cover the spread easily at home, right? So is Minnesota gonna, come out? Do they know that it's over, like a sheep headed to the slaughter, ready to get their head cut off? Like, okay, no matter what I do, is we're gonna lose, or do they actually come out and fight like they did yesterday? Me personally, I know that they will fight. I know that the rest of the team will fight. When I dug into the box score and listened to the post game interviews, because that's one of the things that I love watching actually more than the game. Julius Randle basically told on himself. He's the reason Minnesota lost. Well, we look at what he did. He had 28 minutes. He was 1 from 7 from the field. Trash. 0 for 3. Trash with 3 3-point attempts. He had 3 out of 4 free throws. He only had 5 points to let that go. So he had an and one and 2 free throws. That was his only contribution for the rest of the game. That is trash, bro. Like you can't win a NBA Finals game like that, and you're at home. Like, how are you only putting up 5 points? He literally scored the least amount of points out of all the Timberwolves. Let that sink in. Players came in off the bench with 8 minutes, had more points than Julius Randle. Like that's insane. That was the main thing that stuck out to me. Like, what happened to the bully ball Julius Randle? Like, and all that says to me was that the OKC defense is they're picking and choosing like assassins who they're going to take out of the game. Because Anthony Edwards, he only had like 2 shot attempts in the entire first half. So if Anthony Edwards have 2 shot attempts and Julius Randle was taken completely out the game, everybody else just shined. Like,
Yeah.
and that was the game
Like
plan.
big
It had
time.
to be. Because it
Yeah.
was like, yo, we're gonna let DiVincenzo beat us. He's been in the shooting slump. If he beats us, he beats us. We're gonna let Nickeil Alexander, the little cousin of the two. If he could beat us, he could beat us. But we're not gonna let Edwards and Randall go off. And that had to be the game plan, and it worked. Like each game, when you look at if you look at each box score individually, right? Anthony Edwards played 41 minutes. That's a lot of minutes. He is going to be tired. He's not going to be 100%. Like, when you look at the minutes, what that tells you is what the coach sees, right? So the coach went with the hot hands because they were like, Randall's only giving me 5 points in 28 minutes, but yet Naz Reid gave me 11 points in 23. DiVincenzo gave me 21 points in 28. Nickeil Alexander Walker gave me 23 in 29 minutes. So Nickeil Alexander Walker, if for you guys, he's been the best bet and he's been cashing his
I'll say
3-point prop.
he's been
He's had 3 in the first half so easily. Like, Nickeil Alexander versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they're actually related. They grew up like brothers. So it's the younger brother versus the biggest brother, right? I'm on, letting this out early. One of my favorite plays in this is 15 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. I'm going to pivot away from the 3-point because it's juice to high heaven. You guys know I hate juice plays. So the angle that I'm taking is the PRA. The reason I'm taking it is because it seems like the OKC game plan is take out Randall, take out Edwards, let anybody else beat us. And if that's the route you're going to take, and to kill Alexander Walker, his minutes have constantly been going up. The coach has been putting more trust in him. The other thing is they call SGA the foul merchant, right? Well, guess what? Like Nickeil, if anybody knows your game, it's the dude that grew up playing with you, since you were kids. So if anybody knows your game, it's going to be him. I watched that head-to-head matchup, and Nickeil did a damn good job at guarding Shai. Like he did. Shai is going to get his, right? We know that he's one of the most efficient shooters. Yes, he had 40 points. But guess what? It took him 30 field goal attempts to get 40 points. That's, all things considered, that's pretty damn good defense. It's almost 50%. But I mean, he lives in the mid-range. He only shot 2 for 7 from deep. So like Shai doesn't really shoot that many threes. So Nickeil did a very good job being that he only had 29 minutes. There's still another, Shai played 40 minutes. So there's another 11 minutes unaccounted for. I think today Minnesota puts Nickeil on Shai early, right? because if the kill can continue to slow down SGA, you really have a chance. Like the only problem is Jalen Williams. He normally does not show up in post game games, like unless the game's on the line. Like he's been in a slump himself. But this last game, he had 34 points. He shot 6 from 9 from 3. That is insane. That is an abnormal game. He does not shoot like that on a consistent basis. Go look at his props. Like he's not that kind of killer, but he helped put the T-Wolves away. It's not only the amount of threes that he hit, it was when he hit them. It was like Minnesota was 5-0 run, boom, here's a 3. Knock the lead back down to 2. So just neutralize. It was his threes were taking the life out of Minnesota. And I mean, I just think that overall, Nickeil Alexander-Walker is the best prop in this one. I'm taking the over. It's an elimination game. I don't see Jalen Williams playing lights out like that again. I'm okay with Shea getting his, but again, I think they neutralized Shea by using Nickeil a lot sooner than they did. Nickeil didn't really get matched up with Shea until basically the second quarter for real, because Nickeil comes in at like 2-3 minutes left in the first, and that's when he plays around. But he was like, no, I want Shea. And I love that about him. That kid is a dog. He's gonna be a dog next year. So I just went on a little tangent. Sorry about that.
You're fine, dude. You're fine. That is all good stuff. Yeah, man. And just another point I want to make as far as this Thunder team, like if you've watched this Thunder team just like throughout the like year, and you like look at this point spread, you're like, man, this is high, especially for this type of game. But if you watch Thunder games, what they do, especially at home now,
Yeah.
is they'll be playing along. Say it's the first half. Say the first half is like close. They may be up a couple points here. But then in one of those quarters, in that third quarter, they just have that one quarter where they will literally beat you like 40 to like 18.
Yeah.
And they just destroy you for that one quarter, and then the game's basically done.
And for the last game, it was literally the first quarter. It was 37-30. And okay, the Minnesota's been playing from behind the entire time. There's a different set of offense that you play when you're in front than if you're in behind. If you're behind, you're trying to score in the paint, cut that lead. If you're in the front, you can get a little bit more risky, shooting a little bit more threes. You can do that. That's just how it works. And the more threes you hit, the more you pull away, the quicker you pull away. But again, Minnesota's strategy had to be take away Hartenstein and limit the rebounds. If you look at the team stats, right, that's one of the things that I love looking at when I'm capping games. Minnesota basically won every statistic that you should have won. You say rebounds, okay, they won 41-36. You say turnovers, okay, they did have a lot of turnovers. They had 23 turnovers to OKC 14, but the points given up off turnovers, which is what OKC is known for, they limited them to just 25 points. They had 22 points off of OKC's turnovers. So that's only a 3-point difference. You're right there. When you look at fast break points, they won that 5-13. So when you look at fouls, they committed less fouls, 20-22. Like every statistic, when you look at this game, assists, they led the assists 30 Minnesota, 22 to OKC. So like when you look at this game, they shot better from the free throw, 78% versus 76%. Like every single statistic tells you Minnesota should have won that game, and they didn't. That lets you know that OKC is the deeper team, and they are the actually better team, top to bottom. Like because every stat, like if you just take off the names and look at the stats, you would say there's no way Minnesota lost, and they lost by 3. OKC just knows how to win the game. Like that's really what it boils down to. Minnesota gave it their damn best, but it just wasn't enough.
Right, and that's what brings it back to this game. Why I think this is why it's just over now, because you coming off of that game where you literally
Gave it your all.
gave everything, and actually like you played. I mean, about the stats you just said. I mean, like they played well, like they
Yeah.
played good, and it was just not enough still. Um, so yeah, now having to go on the road and try to steal this game, I just don't. I just don't see it, guys.
I I can see a world in which Minnesota covers a spread, but I'm not betting on
Yes,
that. Like 8.5 is a lot of damn points. It is an elimination game. I think the over is a much safer play. Because really you just need 110 to get you 111 and the other team to get you 110 and you win. So like that's very doable. Both of these teams can put up well over 115 on a regular, consistent basis. So I think no matter what the defensive game plan is, I really like that. I do like the T Wolves team total, but OKC offense is not their problem at all. They will score the ball. So there's no reason for me to isolate it to just Minnesota because I've seen them wet the bed the first two games with 88 points and 103 points. That was in OKC, which is where they're going today in an elimination game. And there is a world where you think, damn, we gave it all we had. We still down 3-1. So it's just over with no matter what. There's no way we can come back and they not hit their team total. But OKC can score, and they can score enough to cover the Minnesota side. So I'm all over the over in this one. Elimination games over. They're one of the trends that I like because it's hey, back against the wall. This is it. Before the season's over with, give it everything you got. Another reason I like it is because some players know if we don't win, there's a very good chance I'm shipped off. So you got 100% buy-in from everybody on the roster. I just think the over 220 is the play for this one.
for me, I'm not on that play, but I like would be. There's just a play that I just like more. The total, the number does not reflect this, but I personally think that OKC goes and like plays a little bit smaller ball and actually pushes pace. Like I think that they really found something actually like against this Wolves team there. And they can just put up points. Like they can just really do whatever they want to do. Uh, like that. So the like I said, the total here does not show that that's what's going to happen. Um,
Well,
but
it makes sense what you said because Hardenstein only has 16 minutes,
right,
and that's coming out of nowhere. That is literally less than half of every other starter. Alice Caruso had 33 minutes, and Carson Wallace had 28. So that does play directly into what you just said.
yeah.
So I see it. Like I'm not.
So I mean, yeah, as long as if OKC does that again tonight, then yes, then this total's going over.
Yeah,
Uh, as a matter of fact, I like may even add this because like if they do play like that again, this total is way too low.
yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, let's just go and get into it, man. What is your best bet?
My best bet is a plus money banger. I found this with no juice and I absolutely love it. It's Nasri over 6.5 rebounds for plus 121. And here's why I like it. Head to head against OKC in OKC, he's had 8, 11, 8, and 8. So if we take off the away filter and just do against OKC, he's had 14, 11, 11, 8, 8, 8, and 6. So I just think that in an elimination game where you need to limit OKC's chances of second chance points, and you need to on offense rebound the ball to give yourself more second chance points, and his minutes have went up. I just think that he's still a 7-footer. So like that's something that travels. Like a rebound is not like a three where one day is gonna hit, the next day is not. He's been much more aggressive on the boards, and at plus 121 for only 7, when he's cleared this a lot, man, give it to me. I think that's the way to go. If you want to hammer 5.5 at minus 130 and take the juice, that's on you. But I personally, I'm slamming the 7 at plus 121.
I like that, man. For my best bet, I also have a plus money play, and I know this is a basketball show, but I had to give you what I actually played. This is my favorite play of the day. Give me the Thunder on the money line with the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line also. That will get you a plus 110. Guys, this is the biggest edge I have on the day. Is as far as actually Wheeler is actually going for them today, and I have this line so far off. Like I don't even want to say what I make this line at, because I'm so far off. Guys, I am. If you do not know, I'm not a fan of honestly too many teams. I've been doing this for so long. My fandom for a lot of teams is kind of gone. I'm just kind of a fan of whoever I'm betting on
Yeah.
that certain night. But if there's a team I still am a fan of, it actually is the Braves. I am a diehard Braves fan. Um, and tonight, this is not a spot for them, not whatsoever. I think they get beat. I think they get beat by multiple runs. This line, I don't understand it. I am, like I said, I'm way off. So if if you actually parlay those, you actually get a nice plus 110.
Ooh.
So yeah, that is my favorite bet of the day by far. So yeah, man. Let's see if we can get a nice best bet sweep here for us. And do the Knicks play again tomorrow? Knicks and Pacers.
It's almost over with.
But
Let me see.
but actually, like they're like sticking to the 1 day off, right?
I think so. Let me see. 28th. That's today. Uh, they play on Thursday the 29th
Okay.
at 7 p.m. Central.
So we will see y'all back here tomorrow for another Knicks and Pacers breakdown. We'll see if that's our last one. We're actually there, and yeah, we will go from there. But Joe, do you want to take us out, man?
Like my boy DJ Khaled said, you either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win, guys. Later.